Hello everyone, welcome to Tech Sharmit. In this session, we are going to talk about another very important few theoretical concepts related to form record, where we will be mainly discussing about the key characteristics, core operation that are supported by the form record, and also we will try to understand the nesting of the form record. So if you remember, in our previous session we talked about the basic things like what are form records, why it was introduced, and also some of its benefit, right? So this session is mainly in the continuation of the same, where we will be mainly talking about the key characteristics, the core operations, and also the concept related to nesting of form record. But before we discuss all these things, I would like to recommend you to please go and check out the previously released session first, because they all are in proper sequence and sync. So if you follow it sequentially, then it would be much more easier for you to understand the ongoing topic, because for time being we are just mainly focusing on the main thing like key characteristics, core operation, right? But prior to that, you should know about the basic stuff like what we have, the definition that we have already covered, the examples that we have already covered. And to refer that, you can also refer the Tech Sharmit digital course book, which is freely available in the description box. There you will find more than 3,400 plus sessions, which is available in both Hindi as well as English language. So without any language barrier, you can consume the content, and you can also share the feedback for it. Okay. Alright, so let's get started. Here you can see currently I'm in app.component.html file, where I have prepared some notes for you that will help you to answer the questions in exams and interviews. So let's see one by one. Firstly, I have mentioned one heading, Angular course by Tech Sharmit. Then we have second heading, reactive form in Angular, introduction to form record. After that, we have some key characteristics noted down here. So let's see what are the key characteristics for the reactive form record. The first thing is it supports dynamic keys. Yes, so whenever you are going to talk about the form record, and if someone asks you does it support dynamic keys, so yes, you can say that yes, it completely supports the dynamic keys. In fact, in those situations where we need dynamic keys, then only we will utilize this form record. Second characteristics, form record stores the form control objects. Okay, so it is mainly storing the form control objects. Third thing is structure is object based. Yes, so whatever things we are going to store will be in terms of object. It is completely object based structure. If you remember, last time we also talked about the key value pair thing, so same goes here as well. Like if we are storing the values in objects, so we will have it as a keys and value pair. Next is it provides runtime flexibility. Now what is this runtime flexibility? So suppose you have created one form where we have a few fields, let's say 3 fields we have, but later on we want to add one more field to the one more control to this. So in that case, it allows runtime flexibility, not only for adding but also for updating, for replacing, for modifying it, right? So these all kind of operations is possible with form record, and that is why we are saying that it provides runtime flexibility. Next thing is it works with the type reactive form. Yes, so if you want to work with the type reactive form, then in that case also we will utilize this reactive form control, reactive form for form record. Next, it supports validators and form state management. So these are two important operations that are useful when we are working with the reactive form. The first thing is it supports validators. So yes, if you want to perform validation on the fields, let's say if you want to add a control later and there you want that it should be mandatory or something should be there as a validation, then in that case we will utilize yes form record, because it supports validators. Similarly, if you want to manage the state, so if you want to manage the form state, then in that case also you will utilize this form record. So these are some key characteristics. So if someone asks you what are the key characteristics for form record, so you can answer that yes, there are multiple characteristics, like it supports dynamic keys, it stores form control object, structure is object based, provides runtime flexibility, work with type reactive form, and support the validators and form state management. Now we will move to the next very important topic, that is core operations supported by the form record. So what all operations are there that are possible with the form record? So let's see one by one. The first thing is add control dynamically. Okay, so let's say if you created a form where we have multiple control, let's say 5 control, but later on you realize that you want to add one more control, let's say number 6 control, then in that case you can utilize this add operation for adding the control dynamically. Similarly, suppose we have 5 controls and later on you want to remove one existing control, so in that case also you can utilize the form record to remove the existing control. Then we have third thing, that is for replacing existing controls. So yes, a replacement operation is also possible with form record. So it mainly allow you, suppose we have third control as phone number and later you want to update it to something else, you want to replace it to something else, then that thing is also possible because it supports the replacement operation as well. Next we have checking if control exists or not. So yes, if you want to do some verification purposes, for some verification purposes, if you want to check if the control exists or not, so in that case also you can utilize the form record because it supports form control validation. Okay, next we have not form control validation, it supports the check operations. Okay, then we have retrieve specific control. Now if you want to suppose we have 5 controls and out of 5 we want to retrieve the third specific control, so in that case you can utilize this because it supports the retrieval operation as well. Next is update values. So yes, if you want to update particular values and so in that case also we can utilize the form record. And then next is reset the form state. Yes, so for some reasons if you want to reset the form state, so yes, it provides this operation as well, resetting of form state. So these are the some operation that allows developer to dynamically maintain the form structures efficiently. Okay, and whatever operations we have discussed, like whether it's add operation, remove, replacement, check, retrieval, update or reset, these are the things that we will be also discussing with its individual practical example in upcoming session. One by one we will explore all these areas. We will try to understand like how add operation work, how remove operation work, replace, and all these till 7. In fact, if there is any other concept, we will introduce that as well. Okay, so for now we are just discussing it theoretically, but yes, we will cover it practically with all possible examples. So don't worry, but try to focus on these theoretical points because these are also very important. It will help you to answer the questions in interview. Okay, alright, so now we will move to the next point, that is for nested form record. Yes, so yes, nesting is possible with the form record because it supported, and form record can be nested inside the another form container. But what could be the combination? So let's see all the possible combination. So possible nesting structures include form group and form record and form group, form record and form record. So these are the 3 possible condition or scenarios where we can utilize nesting concept. Okay, so these all operations or these all combinations allows developer to build the complex dynamic form hierarchies. So if you want to build the dynamic, because we are working with the real world scenarios, right? So in real world scenarios, the scenarios like it needs complex dynamic hierarchies, right? So to build that complex dynamic hierarchies, we will utilize this form record. Clear? So yeah, these are the all things that I would like to share with you all in this session. See you in the next session with new topics. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.